Hello, wrestling fans, VHS fans, and welcome to NDT CoLlEcTs WrAsSLiN Plus VHS.
The following segment has been brought to you by NDT CoLlEcTs WrAsSLiN Plus VHS.
Wrestling fans, VHS fans out there in the world, I got a big old box full of stuff. I won this off of Facebook, a group. This was in an auction on Facebook group. And I happened to win these movies, or let's see what these are. Yes, these are movies. These are VHSs. I won these at auction. Let's dig right into it and see what we got. I paid like anywhere from a 50 cents to $1.50 for these movies each. Like I said, it was an auction thing going on, starting out as $1, starting out as 50 cents up to $1.50. I think I might have paid a couple dollars for a couple of them. It went up to $2. And if I recall, I might have paid one $5 movie. Up to $5 for one. And it went that far as auction wise. Went up to $5 on the bid. So all these are anywhere from 50 cents to $1.50. And I think one or two of them might have been $5. Alright, let's dig right into it. We first right off the bat I see is Wayne's World. Wayne's World Part 1. Excellent. Wayne's World, party time. Excellent. Woo, 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 woo. Everybody remember that movie? Comment below and let me know. Yeah. Wayne's World. I enjoyed the crap out of this film back in the day. I still like it. It's in decent shape. It's a good film. It came from... what I see on here? That was interesting. B&C Videos in Oblong, Illinois. Wayne's World. Next up, we have a Sylvester Stallone film in Oscar. B&C Video. Oscar. Next up, we got Hot Shots with Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen is Hot Shots. The mother of all movies, Hot Shots. Next up, we got... well, see, I found this at the flea market the other day. And I had already won it on the auction. But at the flea market, it was another 50 cents. So why not, right? We have A Lethal Weapon 3 again. A Lethal Weapon 3. Now we gotta see what the little Lethal Weapon 3 looks like. See if it's a better box or any better shape or anything like that. So let's check it out here real fast. It's the same. It's the same old me. Loving the same sweet you. Time has withered her love. Figured I'd sing to you off a little bit. Lethal Weapon 3, I'll throw it to the side and put it in my box that I may resell. Or just put it in my double box. Double. Next up, we have Uncle Buck. A John Candy film. Uncle Buck. Who remembers that film, right? John Hughes. Got a little rattle in it. Let's see what's going on. A little rattle. I don't like the rattle. It looks like it might be... no, it looks pretty decent there. Screw might be loose. Screw! A little rattle in it. We'll worry about that later. We'll check it out. It's an easy fix. Got these slip covers on it. Plastic. Looks like it might be... oh. That's pretty neat. It saves the box for the art cover, so to speak. John Candy in Uncle Buck. Next up, we have a James Belushi in No Way Out. Now, I've never seen this, I don't think. I like James Belushi, so I had to bid on it. And I'm not sure if this is a first print box or not. It looks like it might be Sega or something. Anyway, No Way Out, or One Way Out. Now the person or persons that bid and won these off, they must have it at a video store back today. They're all say B and C video. Next up we have one of my, yeah, see, now I know this is not a first print box, but it is My Stepmother is an Alien. Dan Aykroyd film. Got a crease right down the middle right there. Dan Aykroyd film, My Stepmother is an Alien. Anybody seen that one? That is a good movie. Now, it's not a first print box release, which I wanted to be a first print box release, but this is from Weinstraub Entertainment Group, Columbia Pictures Home Video. Kim Basinger and Dan Aykroyd. That might be a first print, I'm not sure. Next up, we got 3 men and a little lady. 3 men and a little lady. Now, prior to my videos, I've got 3 men and a little baby. I got it a while back. This is part 2. 3 men and a little baby. A little lady. 3 men and a little lady. She's an old lady. Next up, we have our big box here. I forgot I ordered these. This is awesome. I'm glad I got these. These are big box VHS Mission in Action from Chuck Norris. Mission in Action. It is a flip case inside. So, Mission in Action, part 2 here. Part 2 of Mission in Action, Mission in Action, Mission in Action. I'll say it again. Mission in Action. This is from Video to Go at Romeo Valley Road, Oakland, New Jersey. Mission in Action, part 2, the beginning, it says. The beginning. Now let's open up and we go part 1. Mission in Action, part 1. Flip case, big box. It says he escaped from Vietnamese prison once. Now he's going back. Mission in Action Part 1. Now I need to get Part 3. Next up, we have an old Chevy Chase film. I love it. Chevy Chase is Funny Farm. Funny Farm. Funny Farm. Anybody seen that? Next up, we have a crazy, crazy Wesley Snipes and Patrick Swayze movie. Tu Wong Fu, thanks for everything. A Tu Wong Fu, thank you for everything. Anybody seen that crazy drag queen movie? It's got a little crinkle there. I don't like that. A little crinkle in it. Maybe the rest of the film. That's from the first of it. So maybe that's just the credits or whatnot. Or advertisements. We'll check that out. Next up, we got a Charlie Sheen film. Is Terminal Velocity. Terminal Velocity. Terminal Velocity, yeah. Next up, we got a old classic movie here. Box is in pretty rough shape, but it's decent. It's rough shape, but decent. You ever heard of that? Rough shape and decent? Nah. Them 2 words don't, them 2 or 3 things don't go the same. We have Adventures in Babysitting. Adventures in Babysitting. Cattail. Everybody, say hello to Toot. Her's a good, friendly kitty cat. And her like movies, too. And her like to watch them. Adventures in Babysitting. You walking outside, girl? Get on out there. Next up, we have a Danny DeVito in The War of Mirrors. No. The War of Roses, y'all. War of the Roses. War of the Roses. I want to think about mirrors for. War of the Roses. Next up, we have another Danny DeVito in Other People's Money. Other People's Money. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Come on now, let's pull me out, y'all. Yep. Other People's Money. Next up, we got Dan Aykroyd in The Couch Trip. The Couch Trip. Next up, we have John Goodman in Pie in the Sky. Pie in the Sky. Pie in the Sky. Next up, we got James Belushi in another one called Taking Care of Business. Taking Care of Business. I used to see it at rental stores way back today. On the shelves. Taking Care of Business. Love the artwork. Taking Care of Business. James Belushi. Next up, we have part 2 to Hot Shots. Charlie Sheen in part 2. Hot Shots part Duel. Or Duel. I can't remember how to spell it. Duel part Duel. I don't know. Anyway, it's part 2. Paper. Next up, we have Ice Cube in Friday After Next. Friday After Next. Be Kind or Rewind. Next up, we have a Steve Martin film is in Novocaine. Novocaine is Steve Martin. Yeah. Good old Steve Martin in Novocaine. Next up, we have part 1 to Warlock. Part 1, Warlock. Love Warlock 1 and part 2. Always enjoyed Warlock. Now see this Warlock film here? It's got a Memorex label, which is the wrong label for the video, but it has the right video mark Warlock label here. I'm assuming the Warlock here got either ripped off or dismantled over the years, and he put a Memorex blank VHS label on there and wrote Warlock on it, because this is the original VHS video cassette label here. If y'all know what I'm talking about. It is Warlock. I have this Warlock already, but I have this kind of Warlock box. It's like a second or third or fourth reprint. Single reprint. See the difference? I wanted this one. Didn't want this one. I ordered this one a while back and didn't really look at it. Should have. It had the, it is a Star Maker presentation box. And this is the original video mark box. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. So yeah, there's Warlock. Next up, we have a John Candy cameo appearance in Boris and Natasha, the movie. Boris and Natasha, the movie. Next up, we have a John Goodman in King Ralph. King Ralph. Next up, we got a Chevy Chase film called Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Memoirs of an Invisible Man. Anybody seen that film? Comment below and let me know. A lot of these are from B and C Video, which is pretty cool. Must have been an old video store back today. Next up, we know that we have another Chevy Chase film classic with Goldie Hawn, I think. Is it Goldie? Yeah, Goldie Hawn. In Foul Play. Foul Play. Now check this out now. $1 charge if not rewound. Make sure you rewind your tapes, folks. Be kind and rewind, because you'll get $1 charge there at that video store. If you do not rewind your tapes, $1 will be added to your account. We'll see you on the next one. Next up, we now have a John Candy film in Hostage for a Day. John Candy. Of course, he's in it also, but I got it for John Candy. Next up, we have the most favorite Christmas movie of all time. My opinion. This is my favorite Christmas film of all time. It is none other than Christmas Vacation with Chevy Chase. How many out there watching this video right now can say that their favorite Christmas film of all time, they have to watch it every year, sometimes during July and throughout the year, but definitely during Christmas, makes their holiday a tradition with Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Favorite Christmas movie of all time. Next up, we have a John Candy film in Who is Harry Crumb? Who is Harry Crumb? Remember renting this at the video store as well back in the day, back in the late 80s, mid 80s. Yeah, good old John Candy film. Used to rent it a lot. Next up, we have Bingo! Bingo! One of my childhood favorites, Bingo. I watched it a long time. Good old Bingo. Had to get it. Brings back memories. Next up, we have Damon Wayans and Bruce Willis in The Last Boy Scout. Now, I only got this because Damon Wayans in it. A lot of people like old Bruce Willis. He's not bad. I'm just not a real favorite of him. I got quite a few films of him, though, but I'm not, oh, gotta get it because it's Bruce Willis. No, I got it because Damon Wayans is in it. Good old Damon Wayans. Next up, we got Jackie Chan and Jennifer Love Hewitt in The Tuxedo. I got it because Jennifer Love Hewitt. Family Video, Aquata, Illinois. The Tuxedo. Jackie Chan, Jennifer Love Hewitt. Next up, we have The Platoon with Charlie Sheen. The Platoon. Now, I have this already once. Up there in The Platoon. We got to see which box is better, which tape is better. Oh! I'm getting old for this. Let's see. Can I get it out real fast? No. Wait, yeah, it's over here. Hold on, folks. Let me slide right over here. I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Wow, okay. Yeah, this one's neat. It's got that. Okay. 2 different boxes, y'all. One's got the, didn't know that. Wicked. I believe I keep this one. One I just pulled out. Oh, I'm back. I'm coming back to you. Anyway, The Platoon. This is the other one I had. Gonna set it over the side of my doubles. Excuse me. Next up, we have Danny DeVito and Arnold in The Junior. The Junior? Junior. The movie's called Junior. It's got Danny DeVito and Arnold. Next up, we have a classic here, y'all. The Cocoon The Return. The Cocoon, The Return. Anybody seen that? The Cocoon Return. The label has came off in the past, I see. And he's glued it back, which that's fine. The Cocoon. I need to get part 1 now. I think this has Steven Gutenberg in it. Yep. That's probably what I got it for. Steven Gutenberg. Not a real big fan, but he's cool. Next up, we have a Sly Stallone here. Sylvester and Judge Dredd. Judge Dredd. Next up, we have Michael J. Fox in For the Love of Money. Or, no, For the Love or Money. For the Love or Money. Next up, we have, what is this sliding out? We have Jewel of the Nile. Jewel of the Nile. My nose wants to itch. Jewel of the Nile with Danny DeVito's in it. Danny DeVito. Got it because old Danny's in it. Jewel of the Nile. My sweet Dante boy. Next up, we have a Chevy Chase in Fletch. Fletch. Chevy Chase is Fletch. Fletch. Next up, we have Kurt Russell in Unlawful Entry. Unlawful Entry is Kurt Russell. Next up, we have Bubble Wrap. Bubble Wrap. Starring Bubble and Bubble Wrap. Next up, y'all, we got another Sly Sylvester Stallone. What is it? What is it? It is Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Gets a lot of hate. People does not like this film. I do not know why. I kind of enjoyed it. I thought it was fun. It was something different, you know. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. Next up, we have the Master in Disguise, Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey in Master in Disguise. Y'all remember that scene? Turtle, 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 turtle. Next up, we have Arnold in True Lies. Arnold in True Lies. Y'all seen that movie? That's a great flick. True Lies. I can watch it over and over and over and over. Next up, we have John Ritter in Skin Deep. John Ritter in Skin Deep. The comedy that glows in the dark. If y'all seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. Crazy film. Skin Deep. Next up, we got a Judge Reinhold film. Is Vice Versa. Vice Versa. Now, this is a Columbia Pictures represents, but it's not the, like, second box release or whatnot more. Judge Reinhold in Vice Versa. That's a good movie. I watch it a lot of times too. I still watch it. It's good. It's a good flick. Next up, we have a Kurt Russell and I believe Robin Williams here in Best of Times. Best of Times. Or Best Times. Kurt Russell, Robin Williams. Let's get it out. That's an old movie. Now this one is a 50-cent charge. 50-cent charge if it's not rewound. 50-cent charge if not rewound, folks. So be kind and rewind. Next up, we have A Michael J. Fox film is The Hard Way. The Hard Way. Good old Michael J. Fox. James Woods also in it. Michael J. Fox. The Hard Way. Excuse me. Next up, we have Anaconda. I already have this once. Got another day at the flea market. Anaconda. Anaconda. Grant. Grant owned that at one time. Grant. Anaconda. Next up, we have a Woody Harrelson film. Is The People versus Larry Flint. The People versus Larry Flint. And a long, long time ago, it cost somebody $9.99 to get this. $9.99 to get The People versus Larry Flint. Next up, we have a Charlie Sheen in Major League Part 2. Wild Thing. Major League Part 2. Good old Major League. Video Quest, it says. Video Quest. You can tell when they're from the, most times from the movie stores or video rental. It's got these little numbers on it and what rated it is. Next up, we got Whoopi Goldberg's in is Little Rascals. Little Rascals. Well, next up, we got a classic film here that I've really never seen. And it's from Ivan Reitman production. They stole a Mercedes with a body in the trunk. And I've never seen this film, and it's an old 1988 film, I guess. Made in 98. I mean, not 98, but made in like 88. Yeah, 1988. 1988 Productions. Is called Big Shots. Or, yeah, Big Shots. I remember seeing this at the video store, too, rental on the shelves. But never did rent it for some odd reason. I never did see it. And man, is it messed up. But that's just on the first. It's been running all the way back. Somebody got this stuck in their VCR when they started playing it right off the bat. It don't look like nothing else is tore up inside there. No crinkles. But right off the bat, right there on the first, that's what's happened. They got it stuck right off the bat. Try to save it. We'll just have to check that out. Next up, we have a Goldie Hawn and a Kurt Russell in the awesome movie. One of my favorite Kurt Russell films of all time. It is Overboard. Overboard. Oh, my sticker almost fell right off the start. My sticker. The sticker's coming up. Oh, classic. Great movie. Overboard. Next up, we have a Sly in another movie. Sylvester in Copland. Copland, yeah. Good old Copland. Next up, we have... Who did I get this for? This has got James Belushi and John Candy in it. This is Once Upon a Crime. Once Upon a Crime. Once Upon a Crime. Next up, we have a horror film with Jack Nicholson. And it is The Wolf. The Wolf. Anybody seen The Wolf? Pretty good film. Next up, we have another Sly Sylvester Stallone film. He is Avenging Angelino. Avenging Angelino. Tup on this one time. Tup did. It belonged to Tup. Okay, we got two more in the box. It is Paul Hogan in Crocodile Dundee Part 1. Crocodile Dundee Part 1. And last but not least, in the last of the box, it's coming up. You know what it's going to be? It's Paul Logan in Crocodile Dundee Part 2. Crocodile Dundee Part 2. Wrestling fans, VHS fans mostly in this video, I hope you enjoyed. And that ends this segment from NDT CoLlEcTs WrAsSLiN Plus VHS.
This segment was brought to you by NDT CoLlEcTs WrAsSLiN plus VHS.